Unboxing the Nothing Phone 4a Pro, it features a premium aluminum unibody, a snappy Snapdragon 7 Gen 4 chipset, and a 6.83-inch 144Hz display at 5000 nits powered by a 5080 mAh battery. Certainly a step up from the base 4a. However, a very similar unboxing experience. In the box, you're going to get, of course, the 4a Pro. We'll set that aside. You'll get a USB-C cable, the case, some reading material, and the Nothing SIM ejector tool. There's now an IP65 rating for water and dust resistance, and it is tested to withstand full submersion in up to 25 centimeters of water for 20 minutes. Beyond the metal frame, the device incorporates Nothing's largest cooling system. Nothing also indicated it's 42% more bend resistant than the previous Gen Pro. Similar to the 4a though, no wireless charging unfortunately. The Pro's 137 LED Glyph Matrix is now even larger than the flagship Phone 3's. The 4a Pro has a slimmer, more compact footprint than the standard 4a. However, despite being thinner, the Pro's metal unibody makes it slightly heavier at 210 grams compared to the standard 4A's 204.5 grams. With the usual specs and unboxing out of the way though, what's it like actually using this coming from the 4A? Well, thankfully I had the 4A already set up, already had my SIM in the 4A, using that as my main device for a bit now. More to come on my full review on how the 4A has been, but switching to the 4a Pro was a breeze thanks to Android's easy transfer process. I was able to get the Nothing 4a Pro set up very quickly using a similar setup that I have from the 4a, backing everything up and restoring the 4a Pro right where I left off with the 4a. The base 4a is great for the price, but the thinner, sleeker Pro instantly feels much more premium. I mean, it's noticeably thinner. With the 4a mostly made up of plastic, I'll have to see which is more durable, but overall which is the best to buy, keeping the price difference in mind. The standout feature I'm already enjoying over the 4a's Glyph bar is the massive new Glyph Matrix on the 4a Pro. I'll have to do some more testing for my full review, but I personally prefer the Matrix over the bar, as I feel it's better at alerting me with specific icons, giving me the time, etc., over just a few small square lights. Build-wise, I'm already really appreciating the 4a Pro's metal design over the 4a's plastic. It just looks more premium, feels more premium, and I think it gives Talkboy vibes. The 144Hz display is super smooth. There's a handful of games that support this 144Hz as well, like Subway Surfers as well as Pokemon Go. Playing these games while heavily multitasking, the 4a Pro stays cool to the touch and feels fast during daily use. Also, speaking of the display, it is very bright even in direct sunlight while out on the go, which is much appreciated given the price tag of this 4a Pro. Nothing Phone 4a starts at $499 US. The standard Nothing 4a is not officially sold in the US but starts around $349 internationally. The Pro costs roughly $120 to $150 more, but out of the box, the premium build and upgraded Glyph Matrix easily justify the extra cash to me personally. The Phone 4a Pro upgrades the main camera to a 50 megapixel Sony sensor, which takes in more light and focuses 20% faster than the standard 4a's Samsung sensor. While both devices share the same 50 megapixel periscope, 8 megapixel ultra wide, and 32 megapixel front lenses, the Pro utilizes an advanced image processor to achieve up to 140x ultra zoom, doubling the 70x limit of the base model. You of course get all the cool filters and watermarks in Nothing's Gallery app on the 4a Pro, just like the 4a. I'm loving these watermarks, and you can add or adjust them even after the fact in the Gallery app, which is even better. These are just a few quick point and shoot photos I captured with the 4a Pro. I don't like to edit photos, especially on devices like this in reviews, so you can see what the photos actually look like directly out of the device versus so many that I see seemingly altering the images heavily in apps like Lightroom. I feel it's just a bit misleading. Let me know your thoughts, of course, in the comments on this and these photos. I'll of course spend more time on the cameras in my full review, so stay tuned for that. Overall, from a first impression standpoint, I think you can easily tell I'm really liking the 4a Pro over the base 4a. While the 4a is the more affordable option here in the US, the Pro is the only option. I think Nothing is onto something, offering the more premium option only in the US at just $500 US. It's a very compelling option in a sea of more of the same from the competition, often costing much more. Let's discuss in the comments, and as always, thank you for watching, take care, and stay safe.